All we need is a world full of people who can fly in disguise with nowhere to run. What happened to a hero, 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 hero?
Yo,
What happened to a hero?
This is a
hero,
story
hero, hero, hero.
of a real hero.
What happened to a hero, hero, hero?
So
hero,
listen.
hero? What happened
Yeah,
to a
yeah.
hero,
Yeah.
hero, 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 hero?
Talk to him. Have you ever looked up to somebody as a hero in your life who's willing to run their body through a needle or a knife? Maybe even die 5 stories for you to survive. Be one of the reasons you can even say that you're alive. Superpowers and capes don't measure how much you're great. It's spending hours and hours out of the house till it's late. Cause too much is at stake to make a hunch or mistake. No matter how much they make, they use it straight to put some food on your plate. Working hard cause their heart knows they're lifting the weight, keeping the rate faster, but there's no shift in the brakes. And it takes a lot to break someone who works for our sake. Cause even doctors lose their patience knowing how much it aches. In every way they would fight, their days are longer than nights. The will is stronger than might, showing us the wrong from the right, paving the way to keep us from straying away. I guess it's part of saving the day. That's all we need.
Is a world full of people who can fly in disguise with nowhere to run. What happened to a hero, 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 hero? What happened to a hero, 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 hero? What happened to a hero, 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 hero? What happened to a hero, 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 hero?
Wait a minute, let's take a second just to listen to this. If you don't mind, kindly sit behind and watch the clock rewind us back to 1996. It was April 11 and the day presented itself as a ray full of blessings, like an angel from heaven. Meanwhile inside a hospital there was a man full of questions. He was tired waiting but he knew his patience was tested. His heartbeat was so fast it caused a pain in his chest, and you can say that he's stressed just by his facial expression. And just as he thought that he couldn't take it no more, the doctor comes out of the ward and stood by the door. He tells the man that his wife succeeded fighting through labor and now she's finally stable, so now he's trying to be able to breathe. He picked the child up, cradled it in his arms, and made him promise himself to always protect it from harm. And as he looked outside the window to see the break of dawn, there's no surprise in staring at a rising sun.
All we need is a world full of people who can fly in disguise with nowhere to run. What happened to a hero, 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 hero? What happened to a hero, 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 hero? What happened to a hero, 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 hero? What happened to a hero, 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 hero?
Yeah. Tell him. As time starts to get hard, the father kept raising his son with affection, never once neglect, and without one regret, building his life, in fact, designing his whole childhood like an architect. And there was nothing a shoulder blades can't lift. He's never been afraid to withstand all the burden that he's taking with him on this journey. He knew he had the greatest gift that he never traded, it's being the will to his Jaden Smith. But all his son ever does to him is make him pissed, show attitude instead of gratitude, throwing random fits, making faces every time his dad says don't play with this. Now he realizes nothing he could repay him with. He spends every day thinking it's nothing without his dad, and that man should be mentioned in the same sense as Batman. So it took a pen and pad and started off from zero, wrote a song about him, called it Hero.
All we need is a world full of people who can fly in disguise with nowhere to run. What happened to a hero, hero, hero,
a story.
What happened to a hero, 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 hero? What happened to a hero?